The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
So first and foremost, let me let y'all know. Let me let y'all niggas know something first and foremost. Beige your niggas up, man. Beige your niggas up, man. Beige niggas up. That's right. Contrary to popular belief, it is no secret that I definitely believe that Drake is currently winning or has maybe even won this rap beef between him and Kendrick Lamar. Now, what I want to do tonight is I want to give you a brief intro to the topic. I want to give you my opinion real quick, and then I'm going to have a couple of guests come on. I got my man Cosby Digital in the house. I got my man Chaz in the house from the West Coast. And I believe Kirk Keyz is supposed to show up at some point, but nonetheless, I will post the link in the chat, and the link is also posted in the description on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Rumble. You can click in if you want to join the conversation. We are going to talk about this Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef and what that means for the culture. All right. So, like I said, I believe Drake won, and I'll get into my main thoughts on Drake and his win a little later. But first, I want to discuss the biggest loser of this entire beef. And surprise, surprise, it's not Kendrick Lamar. See, the biggest loser of this entire beef is the black community by way of you pro-black hope strategists. That's right. You Negroes are a complete and utter embarrassment. Y'all turn a fun rap beef into a race war that doesn't make any sense at all. But most importantly, you niggas have shown your hand once again, and all in all, it's a bad look for black people as a whole. You know, for a race of people who swears that they are all about equality and ending discrimination and bigotry, y'all sure as hell took the goddamn lead on this past week with Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Hell, just the other day, you niggas was the same ones crying over DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, only to turn around and practice the opposite against Drake. See, from Rick Ross to Kendrick Lamar to every pro-black conscious influencer on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter, it's a non-stop bombardment of racial slurs and outright hate towards a fellow black man. One, just because he's half Jewish, and two, just because he's light-skinned. First off, telling someone that they don't belong based on their ethnicity or half their ethnicity is discrimination. Imagine if Dale Earnhardt Jr. led all NASCAR fans against Bubba Wallace solely on the fact that he's black in a white sport. See, you niggas would lose your shit. Then it was the constant belittling of people who are considered light-skinned. I mean, I find it funny how all type of jokes could be cracked on people with lighter skin. But as soon as you say anything about how dark someone is, they damn near want to cry. It's like they can practice colorism against you, but you can't do it to them. They can say as much racist shit against white folks and other ethnicities as they want, but when they get the same energy, it's a problem. Black folks, wake up. You're delusional. And this is why I say black people as a whole took the biggest L because you put this behavior online, on social media for the entire world to see. And I guarantee you, it's going to be a major blow to any sort of public opinion towards the overall plight of the group or black people in general. Prime example. I want to show this interaction between Vlad from Vlad TV and this strong independent queen who happens to be a Princeton professor. Let me show you this. This was an exchange that happened on Twitter. Give me 1 second. Shit was crazy. So there we have it. So let me get to it. All right, so there we go. She says, okay, so Vlad says, Kendrick's Not Like Us needed a better mix. It takes away from the song. Nothing racist about that, just his personal opinion on the beat. This woman, Morgan Jenkins, comments on Twitter and says, you are white. This is a black folks affair. So then Vlad says, wait, so a professor at Princeton is telling me that a white person shouldn't be allowed to voice their opinion about hip hop. Is that how you interact with your students? She says, what I'm saying is that you put your opinion in a discussion that's not needed. This conversation is and should center black people, not you. Then he says, don't try to change your words. I'll be reaching out to Princeton about this on Monday. And then she says, semester's over, my contract has been completed, but thanks for trying to bully me out of a job for centering black people because you got your feelings hurt. Very retaliatory, huh? So he says, it's called a permanent record. Every university has one. I went to Berkeley myself. People spew ignorant and bigoted comments at you publicly and then act like they're getting bullied when they get the same response. Typical victim mentality. Go ahead and take that. Then she says, sweetheart, before I was a professor at Princeton, I graduated from Princeton. He says, good luck being a professor at Princeton, yada, yada, yada. They go back and forth. And as you can see, the exchange wasn't pretty. And now what I want to do now is, let me send these pictures over. I actually forgot to send these screenshots. There was a few comments under this post that I want to show you guys that really kind of stuck out to me and was basically a lot of what you saw under that. Give me 1 second. Send that over. Hold on, shit. All right, here we go. All right. Let me get this up. Let me show you these comments real quick. This is crazy. This is a lot of the shit that you saw in this particular thread. All right, 1 second. Here we go. All right, so we got this first woman. She says, y'all black men are sad. She said we're sad because a lot of black men in the comments were saying that Vlad wasn't wrong. Right? And there's another woman who says, I was thinking the same thing. The guy says, how so? And she says, nobody finna uphold y'all when you dead wrong. Another guy. She says, why? Because another black woman jumped out the window and y'all are expecting a black man to protect the very men y'all bash on this app daily. She says, it's not even funny and she not wrong. Y'all men just riders, right? This is what the women are saying. Another woman says, reading these comments got me looking at us sideways. So many black people are lost. I'm scared for us. Now, I want to stop it right there. I don't want to get too far into the comments because we got a whole 2-hour show to give you niggas tonight. But I just want y'all to look at this. Man. If a white person was this blatantly racist, you Negroes would start a riot and burn down your own community. There is absolutely zero tact involved when it comes to how we move. And this is why we always lose. Especially when you got the women running their damn mouths like they gonna actually throw a punch when the revolution starts. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not the way a group that is in last place should be operating. You should be quiet. You should be humble and you should be building. But instead, you're the loudest, dumbest, brokest, and least powerful in the room. And the rest of the groups just smile in our face and laugh behind our back and use us as an example to each other as what not to do. Now, I'm not here to just beat up on black people. I'm just giving you my opinion. This is why I thought we lost. Because we showed our cards. Too many black people were in direct opposite of what they claim they are. And it showed all over the internet. By calling Drake all type of names because he's half white and half Jewish, saying he doesn't belong. But you the same that'll cry and protest till the fucking wheels come off if the same shit happens to you. Hell, if a nigga mentions watermelon the wrong way, you niggas are crying and upset. But you think we got the right to do the same shit to other people? That's crazy. Now, why do I say Drake won this battle? Well, there's several reasons. There are several reasons. Reason number one, Drake actually was battling 7 dudes at the same time. 7 dudes at the same time. The start of this whole thing was when Metro Boomin popped it off. Metro Boomin, Future and Kendrick came out with that song Like That, sending shots at him and J. Cole out of nowhere. Then came Rick Ross. Then came Kanye West, A$AP Rocky, The Weeknd, etc. But Drake murdered them all. All Kendrick did was participate in the attempted jump. Because that's how I feel. I feel like they tried to jump him, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And he still couldn't beat him. Oddly enough. Oddly enough. And almost all these guys who jumped in the fight, with the exception of Rick Ross, was beefing with Drake over a chick. So you just got sucker shit on top of sucker shit on top of sucker shit. Number two, after Drake came with push-ups, then he followed with Tailor Made. Kendrick took damn near a month just to figure out his whole game plan. In that same time period, and in between, he was searching for evidence. Also, it's worthwhile to note that Drake predicted Kendrick's whole attack in the song Tailor Made, which Kendrick had taken down. Most notably, he predicted the sex offender angle. But anyways, this month that Kendrick took time out to try to find dirt on Drake on, he came up with the songs Euphoria and 616 in LA. And if you notice in these songs, he kept trying to fake warn Drake about the moles he had in his camp. This is how I know Drake baited him in with the info. He kept alluding to the dirt from a close source. Kendrick did. And if you really pay attention, you'll notice that all these songs Kendrick dropped after Drake dropped Family Matters, he's stuck on the same subject. He never addresses anything that Drake actually said. He just keeps on honing in on false information. See, I honestly believe that Kendrick recorded all of his potential diss tracks during that time, and he waited to drop all of them back to back to back. But see, the problem is he slipped up because all of those songs were about the same fake news. This is why it was important for Drake to drop the Heart 6. He pretty much laid out the facts and the truth in real time, making it more difficult for Kendrick to drop his pre-recorded bullshit because it would be redundant at that point. Hence, where is the new instant track from Kendrick? Where is it? Where is it? Niggas was bragging on the internet. Cali niggas was bragging, talking about Kendrick had 10, 20 songs to drop on Drake. Where are they? Where are they? He's not going to drop them because it's about the same fake information. So Kendrick's got to go back to the drawing board. He's got to go try to find more dirt on Drake so that he can dodge the true shit that Drake said about him. Notice, Kendrick's ex-fiance has not come out and refuted anything Drake said. As a matter of fact, Drake even alluded to the fact that he has the engagement ring Kendrick gave her. She hasn't refuted it. That's next level sinister warfare by Drake. But you race and skin color obsessed Negroes don't peep because you're too punch drunk on Kendrick and his Kundalini Kool-Aid. Bottom line, Drake lined this up perfectly and had Kenny's chick in on it too. The war is over. Anybody watching this beef objectively has Drake winning easily, and that's off the making songs on fake news alone. No one in the OVO camp is a known pedophile or sex offender, and there is no 11-year-old daughter. However, you can't tell the pro-blacks, any of this. You can't tell them. They swear this nigga Drake is a colonizer, which is crazy. A whole other ridiculous allegation. First off, by default, if you call another man a colonizer, that makes you weak. Off the break, that would mean you're too stupid to think for yourself, and another nigga had to hit the scene to manage your society for you. When I hear niggas use words like colonizer, I automatically know you're weak. Because only a nigga with the victim mentality is screaming out terms like that in 2024. Drake is the last person black folks need to be trying to identify as a colonizer or a threat to the community. The same pro-blacks that are using these terms don't check the real colonizers. The Bloods, the Crips, the Democrats, the black politician puppets that the Democrats have working for them. And last but not least, they don't check these serial, habitual, multi-baby daddy single mothers. But don't deserve Drake, man. If I were Drake, I'd finish killing Kendrick off and then move on only to do pop from here on out. Let these niggas enjoy letting all the dark-skinned niggas, felons, and prostitutes destroy each other over these sinister beats for this degenerate culture.